we are going to wrap gifts tonight. It's Saturday night, honey. I have got, excuse me, it's the Saturday before Christmas, more importantly. We've got T-minus 2 days to get this tree together, honey, to get these gifts wrapped and underneath it. And so I wanted to share with you my favorite tips on how to wrap a gift so that you can just knock this out as quickly as possible. Okay? So I want you guys to let me know where you guys are from. I am in Nashville tonight, honey, and I'm so excited to be with you. This is my first live on YouTube, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway, and I'm going to have fun with you guys. All right, so first things first, I always put my gifts, all of them together. Like, I put them all in their boxes. I get them all together. I write the name of who the gift is going to go to right in the corner of the gift. And then that way I can just tear through the actual gift wrapping part of this whole process. So I've got one today. This is my baby boy, Preston. So he's not a baby anymore. He's 8. But anyway, it's Preston's gift. So I'm going to just find a paper. I think I kind of like this one with the snowflakes on it. This one's cute too with the Christmas trees. My tree is gold and white. And so I'm going to just kind of keep the theme going with the papers. I love when my papers all look like they go together. Also, to make your life easier when it comes to gifts, I have these cool little like gift wrapping like paper holsters. I don't know what they are exactly, but I love them. They're clamps, and they clamp right to my desk like this, or my tabletop. They'll clamp anywhere really. And what's cool about them is they've got a little feeder here on this side where I can put the tube of paper in just like that. But then on this side, they've got a little place where I can actually put some double-sided tape if I want to, and a little cutter right there on the inside. So it's nice and easy for anyone who just like wants to really make their life easier, because then I hate fussing with the paper, you know? So this gives me that extra hand. But I'm not really a double-sided paper kind of gal. Excuse me, double-sided tape. I actually prefer to use my secret weapon, which I will show here in just a moment. But while I get this tape paper on here, where are you guys from? I'm curious to know what you guys are doing and what brought you here tonight. So please let me know in the chat. All right. Okay, so now that we've got our paper nicely in the little holsters, it's time to just get wrapping, honey. And this is my favorite part. So I roll this out. Now, I love this paper. I love that more modern paper these days has like little lines inside. It kind of helps me cut easier, which I love. So that's always fun. Now, this is a t-shirt box, you know, the kind that you get it like, you used to get it for free at the store. You don't get them for free no more. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Hi, Amos. Nice to meet you. Welcome to, thank you for coming here. And then that way I can just like roll it all out. These are so standard that like, you know, everyone has them. But anyway, I roll it out. I like to use the paper and make sure that I can get like one good cut from the strip of paper itself. If you put your gift like this, then you've got all this extra paper on the sides that you've got to trim off, and I don't want to waste any paper. So I try to cut as little amount of paper as I can by just starting on the strip here and then kind of like making sure that it'll go once and twice. Does that make sense? I hope I'm even speaking English, honey. It's my first time in the lives. I've never done this before, so I'm nervous. And I quit drinking, which is not the time to do that. Okay. Now that I've got the paper here, I kind of just test the side. I know that like 2 or so squares will give me enough on the ends down here to like cover my butt on the end. Merry Christmas from Reagan Ferguson. Hi, Nana Banana. Hi, Kimberly Cortez. Hello, Alice, Amos, all of y'all. All the A's are in the house. It's a lot of A's. Nana Banana, Amos, Alice, and, oh, I guess Reagan. But anyway, Ahmad. Hey, there you go. Look, a lot of A's. Anyway, all right. Cutting this paper. Where are y'all from? I want to know where everyone's chiming in from. This is, as I said, my first time on a YouTube live, and this is so exciting for me because it's been on my bucket list to go live on YouTube this year. And honey, I'm not letting a few days left stop me. Okay, so in order to not waste a lot of paper, someone said, oh, honey, from Philly. I bet it is brick out there, honey. It's cold in Philly. I lived in Philly once for 10 months, and I'll never do it again because it was so cold. It was during Snowmageddon in 2010, and let me tell you, honey, 60 inches of snow on the ground. I ain't never seen so much snow in my entire life. I said never again, Philly. But the food in Philly is fire. Just want to say that. So shout out Philly. Okay. Anyway, what I like to do is I like to scooch the paper to just this piece because I like to have all of my seams end up on the end. And if you scooch the paper to the middle, like say if you did it like this, right? Then I've got a seam. Well, I guess I'd still have a seam on the end, but if I did it any further than that, I'd have a seam like this. Look, that just happened to be perfect. I don't even know. But see, I would have a seam right in the middle. You see that? So I like to do this all the way down on the end down here so I can use the big swath of paper to make all the stuff pretty. I hope this makes sense. Okay? So does this make sense? Someone said I look like their uncle. Your uncle is fine. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. Your uncle looks good. Or your uncle is something's going on if he's wearing lashes and makeup and this cute. Okay, here you go. So does it make sense? All right, guys. My secret weapon, though, this is a real game changer. I just went live on Instagram and everyone was like, oh my God. Instead of using double-sided tape, I use my hot glue gun. Even the old ghetto one right here, honey. Okay. So I use my hot glue gun and I'm just gonna run a little thin bead. You don't want too much. It doesn't have to, you don't want to burn yourself. Down the side of my gift like that. You see that? And then I just fold it over. And now the real trick to making your gifts look really good is just kind of like going over the creases and the edges of your gifts like this. See, like that? Like, see how I'm just kind of like fingers along the sides? That way I get a really nice, crisp, clean edge on my gifts. And that's what makes it look really nice and professional. So you see I'm doing that there? Just kind of like running my hands down it. That makes that paper really crisp and clean, holds on to the gift much easier so you're not really struggling with the paper. And then, yeah, it just makes it look professional and nice. Okay, so remember, we still have some leftover down here. See all this leftover? But I'm still gonna go and I'm still gonna kind of crisp the edge down there, and I'll show you why in a second. See, once I've crisped the edge, now it's hanging onto that, and I can just lift that up and fold that over so that it's real nice and crispy when it's time to glue it. Look, see like that? See? Does that make sense? So now people are pulling from the ends, and it just looks clean and finished and professional. Okay, let me know if you are feeling what I'm saying. Can you give me a thumbs up just to let me know if you're still alive? I think there's like 2 of y'all here. Just give me a thumbs up if you are. All right. So right now I'm gonna glue this little flap right back down. Get that little flange going, honey. And then I just glue, hot glue right on into it. See? Doesn't that make it look so much nicer? Look how pretty the paper is. There's no interruptions, right? And that's just what we want to do to make it look really nice and pretty. Okay, so now it's time to do the ends, okay? And remember, we're upside down. I just like to bend that first end over. That didn't sound quite right. See the end down there? I just bent it over, right? And I'm gonna run some hot glue down this edge. Just a thin little bead. You just want enough to hold it down. See that there? Bend it over, fold it over, glue it down. Huh? See? Seamed. And then I'm going to take these 2 ends down here. See this piece? This is that triangle piece that was on the ends down there. I've got to make sure it's nice and crispy. That crisp edge on that paper is what makes it really feel finished. Well, I bend those over on the end. See that there? Now, if you can't get a good crisp edge because you don't have nails or whatever, you can always grab like an old like gift card or credit card and just kind of, I'll show you. Just kind of run it along those creases to really make those creases feel nice and finished. And then again, I always want to get those side pieces going down the little seams there. Does that make sense? But that hot glue is such a game changer because look, all I got to do is just fold it over and it just instantly sticks. I don't have to be sitting out here worried about this tape situation. You know, I hate fumbling with tape. If you like tape over hot glue, let me know in the comments. Okay, so there's that end, right? Pretty nice, huh? This is what it looks like when it's on right side up. Isn't that nice? It looks good, don't it? That's pretty easy, huh? Okay, now it's time for the other edge. Now we can sit it up straight. Now I'm doing this, and when I close it, there's still some extra paper, some excess, so we just want to trim that off. Just so that I can get a good fold on this thing. And you don't want to tuck too much because you don't want to have it looking like a high water gift. But I'm folding it in. And you see what happens when you crease the edges there. It just helps to really like let the paper kind of does the work because it's kind of hanging on to the gift that way. Put a little hot glue in there. Hot glue is so much better. It sure is, Emmy, isn't it? It's just a game changer, man. Hot, it's quick, it's cheap. I don't have to find it. You know how hard it is for me to find a roll of tape in my house most days? Honey, goodbye. My kids always got it for a project or some junk they're doing, sticking some Santa note to something. I have found that out since I've had this little elf around. Our little elf on the shelf. It's always hard to find all my supplies, so I just like the hot glue. Plus, I think it looks better on the gift. And when it comes to like adding some cute bows or decorations on the top of the box, the hot glue just sticks it right on, sugar. Okay, so I got the ends down there. Now I'm gonna crease those edges with this gift card. And now I can just fold it over. Again, it's not the hot glue though, that's the only trick here. You also gotta make sure that you crease the edges of the paper. Now this particular paper, because it is like a mylar kind of a paper, it is a little bit harder to crease than most other papers, but you know, it's still all this. Some of the other ones are still just as difficult for whatever reason. So if you'll notice here, my edges weren't like was gonna go over, so I just did a little fold to really clean that edge up. Drop a little dollop of glue. Ta-da-ta-da-ta-ta. Huh? Try to do that dollop of glue closest to the edge so you can make sure that it really holds on. Isn't that pretty? Okay, come on now. Hello. And goodbye, honey. Now tell me that ain't cute. Huh? Do you see how well done that gift is? It's just already so lovely, huh? Just bling, bling. What you think? Is it a good one? Hello. Merry Christmas. Emmy loves her silver. You like this? Are you here for us, sis? I knew you would. Kimberly Cortez, you like it? Quan? Oh, Kaban, I'm sorry. And Emmy, thank you so much. Okay, now, if that is a game changer for you, I'm just going to tell you, at this point, when you've done something this well, you have to finish it with a beautiful bow. Like, it has to be chef's kiss, right? And I used to buy these cheap little bows. Look, I still got the bag here, honey. You know these? They always get crunched and they're just so basic. And I would put like a cluster of them or do like extra little strings and ribbons. But I found these, and these are game-changing bows, okay? So that is yesteryear's bow, honey. This is the bow of the 2025, okay? I got it on Amazon. I love them because they never get crushed because they're already cinched up, honey. There's like 80 bows for, I don't know, $5 or something. But look, I introduced to you your next favorite thing. Okay, but look, inside are two little ribbons. See that? I just grab those two ribbons, honey. I give it the onesie twosie. Look at that. Is that not the cutest thing ever? Kavan said, where do I get my wrapping paper from? Honey, I'm sure that came from Walmart. This wrapping paper was some Walmart paper. I am certain of it, okay? But I like to get it everywhere. I get my wrapping paper at Amazon. I get my wrapping paper at Home Goods. Let's see. This one came from Ross. This one came from Home Goods. Okay. This one came from Ross. So anywhere I can get a good deal, that's where I'll get it. I just want to say, like, when it comes to getting the paper, I just like to keep a consistent eye. Like, my tree is gold and silver, so I've got the silver snowflakes. I've got the white and gold Merry Christmas. I've got the gold and silver stripes. I've got some white Christmas trees with gold, white with gold Christmas trees. I've got the gold sparkles. So you see, I'm just keeping the, like, color palette consistent. And I just try to vary it, you know, just so I can get a little something, something out of it. Okay, she said, how does it do that? It's a drawstring, honey. It's a drawstring bow. Magic, that's how it does it. Now, at this point, I can either cut these strings off and do whatever and just kind of glue the bow. But since the strings are here, I'm like, let's work with the strings, honey. Let's just get her done. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the bow, take the gift. Now we can decide at this point how we want it. I like, when it comes to like putting the gifts under my tree, I like to vary my directions because like if you do all your bows or all your gifts looking like this, like with the bow right here, then all your gifts have to like lay down this way, you know? So sometimes I'll do a gift like this and just kind of flip it around just so it looks pretty under my tree, you know, like it's all full and pretty. And I'll just take this bow like this, honey. And now I got these strings. This is what I've been doing with all the gifts this year. Just doing a little shimmy. I'm running my strings behind the bow. Do a little onesie twosie. A little crisscross applesauce. Uh-oh. She ain't gonna tie. So I'll just tell you what, I'll just tie it back here. And then this is also great. I just tie it back here, and then I stick my little sticker on the back to make sure that it's kind of cinched in one spot. Ta-da, look. Tie those little knots, clip it. You see what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna add a little dollop of hot glue under here just to make sure she don't go nowhere. Because why not? Honey, a glue stick don't take me nothing to do it. Look how cute that is, right? Isn't that pretty? You like it? And then you can stick anything if you want to. You can put a cute ornament on here. You can make a cute little like stocking stuffer to the front. You want to really set it off. I'm lazy and I got a stack of gifts to do, so I went to Walmart, honey, and got me like these little sticky sticker notes. I'm trying to remember whose this was. I think Preston. I will write to Preston from your family and a heart like that. Okay. Take this little sticker. Now I like my kids to kind of make a little fun time out of looking for whose gifts are whose. So I try to put them in fun spots but as I said, I'm gonna put this one on the back. It kind of helps to secure that little bow. And then they'll have to dig and find it. Dear Preston from Mama. What do you think? Did you guys learn something? Was that helpful? Just some questions? I'm here to help you learn. So if you do, please follow me if you don't already. That would be lovely. That would be your little gift to me. So if you learned something here, please follow my YouTube page. Is that even how you do it? How do you ask folks to follow you on YouTube? Is that what you say? Well, thanks if you do. Have a good evening and Merry Christmas! Bye, you guys!